Nerd Den.
And it's like that time you killed that hooker. We just don't talk about it anymore.
This is true. No. Although whatever you talk about, like you always talk about the time when I asked the hookers, I told the hookers what time it was.
Well,
see,
it's what you thought they were asking us.
You can tell the story. It's okay.
I honestly forgot the story until you just, and I was like, wait a minute, did I tell them the time? No, it was you.
No, I told them the time. Yes.
Yes, I know. That's right. That's right.
What was the story? You
were the idiot. You were the stupid one.
That's what I just said. You can tell the story. You can go ahead.
It's not a good story, though.
Oh.
All right, I'll tell the story. Yeah. I think I remember the details. There's a place, there was a place here in Jacksonville that was a rather, was the kind of place you'd hang out with, go with your friends with, and hang out and drink and party.
It's past tense, really?
Oh, it's gone. It's been demolished. The landing's been gone for years now.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They sold it and demolished it. It's now like a park. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's like a park now. But
all right.
It was me, you, and Dave. And we were walking around one weekend night. I don't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday. I don't think that matters to the story. And there were a lot of people there. There were a lot of drunk people. And none of us were of age. So none of us were drinking. We were just walking through and just people watching pretty much. And these two women who were obviously... They were obviously drunk and most likely potentially prostitutes, stopped us. And it was it wasn't they stepped in front of us and stopped us, but I remember that kind of happening. And one of them said, what I heard was, "Are you looking for a good time?" Dave said he heard her say, "Are you looking for a good time?" And Todd heard, "Do you have the time?" So the three of us stopped. Dave and I were in awe of what was happening. And Todd went, "It's 10:15," and then started walking on. And we had no idea what else to do. So we just continued to walk on. Now, there is a really good chance that what Todd heard was right. But being in the situation that we were in, it could have gone either way. But, yeah. Nothing ever happened, but definitely for lack of trying.
Yeah.
Speaking of good times in large crowds, I'm just checking out the HeroesCon website.
Yes,
and it seems to be it's coming up very soon. June is not that far away.
It really isn't. Do you want to share the page? We can look at it.
Sure. We are already in.
God, I can't believe it's March.
We're already a week into March. Today's the 7th. You realize that?
I can't. It's too much.
It's getting kind of crazy. But
I got Selfries at the top of the stack.
Yep. Well, there's one of the pictures, like one of the faux covers for the guide, has Chris Claremont, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, Jenny Frison, who I never realized she's actually kind of a babe. Gary Orway.
Conway. That's Jerry Conway.
Oh, it's Jerry Conway. Why did I see? I thought I saw Jerry Orway.
Well, it's a G, not a J. So
yeah, I
think everyone else is Jerry.
I have bad vision to begin with.
So. I know.
We got John Romita Jr., Jim Starlin, Brian Stelfreeze, and then it's got Roy Thomas down there at the bottom. So
that's pretty cool.
Out of all these people, Brian Stelfreeze, John Romita, Jim Starlin, that'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to meet Roy Thomas.
Yeah. Chris Claremont, maybe. Yeah, I mean, he's a writer.
You notice that everyone we love is old.
It happens, man. It happens.
They're old. They're all getting up there, man.
Yeah, but the scary thing is, the older they get, the better the greater the risk that they won't be with us much longer. You know?
Is that how it works, Andrew?
That's how it works, from what I understand.
So weird.
You know who else I saw a picture of recently was Art Adams. The man is getting old too.
Is he really?
Oh yeah. Well, he was in his 30s when we were still teenagers. So he's a little bit older than
In
us.
70s.
So.
He's still
Yep.
got the art though. He never lost. He hasn't lost that shit at all.
Nope.
Yeah,
Not a bit.
That he's in that Mike Mignola documentary that's on Prime.
Oh yeah, we'll have to talk about that. I'm curious about it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Let's see. Featured guest list. Let's see. Oh God, this is so small. Hold on. Let me see. Where's my Zoom? There we go. Laura Allred, Mike Allred, who are staples. They're there every year. Bob Almond, Shadia, I don't know who that is. John Beatty, Damian.
You just call out
Beckton.
the ones you know. It's fine.
Oh, all right. Brett Breeding, June Brigham. I don't know Chuck Brown. Jim Californi, whatever his name is. Yeah. Michael Cho.
Claremont.
Chris Claremont. Yep. Let's see. Jerry Conway. See, red doesn't. I don't think this indicates anything. I think it means that there's a link in their name. Maybe I don't know. I don't know who these people are. Tom DeFalco, Tom DeZago, Nick Dragotta. He'll probably be very busy.
Yeah, he's kind of famous right at the moment because that Batman thing.
Steve Epting, who's awesome.
Yeah.
Michael Fife. Yeah.
Fife. Yeah.
Is that Michelle or Michael?
And Michelle.
Michelle. Okay. Let's see. Luke Foster. No. Ron Friends. Awesome. I have some original Ron Friends art. I keep forgetting I have it. Jenny Frizen, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez.
He's got to be kind of pushing it. He's got to be.
Oh yeah. He's up there.
If Garcia Lopez is there, maybe I should get that Atari Force series signed.
That might be cool.
They're not in mint condition, but who cares?
Yeah. Michael Golden. Let's see. Sanford Green, who that man. He ruined getting sketches from people for me.
Why?
Because he did the shittiest sketch I own in my collection. And I waited all day for him, and he took and he whipped it out the last second, and it sucked. He's the guy that I prepaid for a sketch, and I got burned by the sketch. And that's why I tell people I don't ever ask for prepayment, because I don't want you to feel obligated if this sketch comes out shitty.
Really?
Yeah, it's because of Sanford Green.
Interesting.
Mike Grell, Gene Ha. Let's see. Cully Hamner, Bo Hampton, Scott Hanna, Tony Harris. These are all guys that are there every year. Daniel Warren Johnson, Dave Johnson, of course, Casey Jones. Some of these people, like Casey Jones, I think lives in North Carolina. Dan Jurgens, Carl Kerschel, let's see, Greg Land, Jay Lee, awesome. Rick Leonardi, awesome. Yep. Who's also getting very up there in age. Ron Lim, Howard Mackey, Ralph Macchio, Andrew McLean. Let's see.
Look at this. This is why I love this convention. It's nothing but artists, dude.
Yep.
It is such a good convention.
Mike McCone, Al Magro.
Wait, is Ralph Macchio the actor, or is there another Ralph Macchio?
Macchio. Oh, that Ralph Macchio. No, that's he's a editor. Yeah, just happens to have the same name. Now, I don't know if these guys are related. Jason Moore and Trad Moore.
I don't know.
I seen Jason's art recently, and maybe.
Tradmore's
Tony
cool.
Moy, yeah, he is.
Ryan
Otley, of course. Oh, he'll be busy as hell.
Well, that's Ryan Oakley.
Is that Ryan Oakley?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I don't know who he is, so.
I thought it said Ryan Otley first too.
Yeah. Well, that's rather confusing there.
Yeah.
Well, if Ryan Otley was there, he'd be very busy.
Yeah, what? That guy's incredible.
Dan Parent, very cool.
The Peonies are going to be there.
Paul Peltier, Andrew Pepoy, very cool, very cool. The Pennies, as you said. Carl Potts, Joe Prado. Let's see. Tom Rainey, awesome, always good. James Robinson, John Romita Jr., Bud Root, Dan Rosa.
Craig Rousseau is awesome.
Yeah.
God, look at all these people. It's so good. Wait. Where's the Paramount booth, Andrew?
What?
Where's the EA Sports booth?
I have no idea. Mark Schultz. Why would he care about EA Sports?
You're just not getting it. That's okay.
Jim Shooter.
It's the
Hey,
joke
Avery, help
about
me out.
it's the joke about all that bullshit not being a Heroes Con, man.
Oh. Well, then why not say, hey, where's the Marvel booth or the Image booth?
Image sometimes does have a spot at Heroes Con.
If they do, it's usually very small. You know?
Yeah, but they have had Image booths because they'll have like Eric Larson there and some other people, and all the Image people will be there.
Yeah. William Stout. That's freaking awesome. Ugh. Billy Tucci. Lee Weeks. Lee Weeks is awesome.
Lee Weeks is badass.
Yeah.
Keith Williams.
Yep. J.K. Woodard. Kelly Yates. And down to the Z's, Drew Zucker. Okay. A lot of people. And
That's
this
awesome,
is
man.
just the highlighted featured
Yeah, that's not even
guests.
all of them. That's
Yeah,
just
there's
like the
even
people that are
more.
like the quote unquote known people.
Yeah, there's an artist alley. There's a bunch of people in artist alley. Oh, they don't have a big old list.
No,
Oh well.
that's okay.
Indie Island. I wonder if they have an Indie Island section. Yeah, they got Ed Piscor's Legacy.
What does that mean?
Well, he's no
Represented
longer.
by members of his family. So that's so cool that his family is like going on tour basically and just like keeping up the convention circuit. That's fucking crazy, dude.
David Peterson, Mouse Guard. That's awesome. So this is the kind of area I would like to hang out, you know.
Hell yeah.
But oh well. So cool, and that's coming up soon, June. I got to get our tickets ahead of time. I think the 3-day tickets are only like $75. I'll have to order them soon. At this point, it's you and me, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Okay.
I'd love for everyone else to come, but
You had mentioned something about trying to convince Dusty to go, right?
I have. I may try to get him. Actually, I may actually have a better reason to get him too. So yeah, Dusty's a maybe. He's never been to a comic convention.
All right.
Dusty's
well,
never been. Dusty's guy has never been to a comic convention. So I was like, well, why wouldn't Heroes be your first? Like Heroes is like, in my opinion, like New York is wonderful and San Diego is wonderful for different reasons. You know what I mean? Like San Diego is a carnival. New York is like kind of a traditional, quote unquote, traditional con. Like it's really interesting. Like San Diego evolved from a old school con that looked like Heroes Con to a New York Comic Con,
right.
and then became its own beast. Like now it's just like this sprawling organism that's there for a few days, and it has everything. You like gaming, great. You like I'm sure there's a crypto convention somewhere inside there too. Like it's just everything. New York Comic Con is sort of the evolution of the Comic Con, and for a while every Comic Con across the country looked like New York Comic Con, just maybe smaller because of the venue size.
Right.
But you had bigger booths and all this kind of stuff. Heroes Con is the last of the original, what I would call the original cons, where it's comic books. There's definitely some games and stuff, but it's like a comic book convention with comic book creators and artists. Like you go, like they heavily promote the artists, and everything surrounds the artists, and that's how it used to be, and it's really like not that way at all anymore.
Well, I'm looking forward to going. So do you want to see remember how I said I had a stack of books I set aside for possible grading?
Yeah.
And then I shared them with you last week, and then I realized that I had moved the stack, so I had only showed you a small portion of what I recently put aside for grading.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to see the other ones?
Sure.
So no, these are not guaranteed I'm going to grade. They have value to them. Some of them have key issue status to them. So we'll see. Like
No,
for
these
example,
are ones you're thinking about. Like this is the stack of possible.
this is possible. Yeah, this is Stray Dogs issues 2 and 3, the first prints. The regular editions. They're number 1 is still worth the most, but 2 and 3 are still up there on the list. So those are.
Was that a good series? It must have been. You really like that series.
Oh yeah, it was good. The animation is very much like a Disney cartoon, but the story is about a serial killer. So, this is Invincible Iron Man issue number 7. This is one of the earliest appearances of Riri Williams. This is actually the 3rd print, and believe it or not, it's still a $60 book.
Good lord.
So, yeah. There was a copy of I Hate Fairyland number 4 that has a signature on it from Scotty Young. So you never know. This might be worth something.
Okay.
A couple of these I put aside because they are valuable, but I don't know why. This is a Venom issue that I don't exactly know why it's valuable, but it is.
That's wait, let me see. I'm trying to see what it is. It's like
it says Venom Beyond. I have no idea.
I actually can't tell what's going on the cover. It looks like you're an upshot of a character flying.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's weird.
No idea. But something happens in it. Harrow County number 1. That's a good book, and that's the first print of issue 1. It's like a $10-15 book. So
that's cool. I've never heard of that book.
Oh yeah, really? No way. This is
Yeah.
Cullen Bunn writing and Tyler Crook on art. It's all painted.
Oh.
It's all painted watercolor art. It's really good. It's a horror comic, and it went for like 30 some odd issues, and then it had a follow-up series. And oh yeah, Tyler Crook is actually a really good artist. So
awesome.
this is just another Invincible Iron Man early appearance of Riri Williams. This was an alternate cover featuring her.
I remember that cover.
This is Marvel's Point One. I believe this is the first appearance of Kamala Khan or Riri Williams. I don't remember which one, but it's like a $30 book. This one I think is just popular because when it's the first one that spotlighted Kate Bishop in her own series, and it's just a nice cover. By the way, speaking of which, has anybody here watched the 3rd season of What If?
No, is it good?
It wrapped up everything. It you know how the first season you got to see different universes, and then the last 2 they brought them all together, and they were like brought everybody together from the previous ones, and
kind of
connected them. Well, they did the same thing with the 3rd series, and it really is the Agent Carter show, because she's in all 3 seasons. And yeah, so it ended up being pretty interesting. But
I like her as a character.
One of the stories was 1872 featuring Shang-Chi and Hawkeye, but it's the Kate Bishop Hawkeye.
Oh, that's
she doesn't
cool.
use bows and arrows. She's a gunslinger. She's a fast draw gunslinger. So it's good. And it really, that cartoon art style, if they do it right, can make the characters really look like the real characters.
Yeah.
And Kate Bishop really looked like the girl who plays Kate Bishop. So I thought they did a good job with it.
Awesome.
But the wife and I finished watching it this evening because we caught up on Daredevil, and
MK says it was okay.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I enjoyed. What's so funny is in the 3rd season there was an episode where it's super silly. And I said, they got to have one of these in every episode. Like in the 1st season, it was the party Thor story, super silly, But they had 2 back-to-back super silly ones in the 3rd season. I'm like, oh, that's a little too much super silly. But the second one introduced a character who later on in the series is pretty freaking cool. And I don't think she's a character in the comics. But Marcy, the girl that Kate Denning plays in Thor, falls in love with Howard the Duck, and the 2 of them have a baby. And the baby grows up to be a superhero named Birdie, and she's pretty freaking cool. In the final 2 episodes, you get introduced to her, and I'm like, if she was a character in the comics, check it out, because she's a cool character. But I don't know if she was made just for that show or not, but we'll see. I'll have to look into it. But I thought she was a cool character. But she is the daughter of, I keep wanting to say Kate Dennings. That's the actress, and Howard the Duck. I know. This is Venom issue number 2. This is the 3rd printing, so it has to be of some importance.
That's a cool cover, man. Is that Ryan Stegman?
It might be. Let's see. Here's another Venom issue number 4. This is the 2nd printing variant. I believe that is Ryan Stegman. But these are all like first appearances or cameo appearances of the character Null. So they're all valuable for some reason or another. This is issue number 10 of Venom. I don't know why it's valuable, but it's set aside. So.
Oh, and it's like a new, what do they call it? A Virgin cover or something?
Yeah, something like that. This is the one that I knew I was getting when I bought it. This is Venom issue number 9.
That's cool. Look.
This is the first full appearance of Dylan Brock, Venom's son, who later goes on to become Kid Venom. But this was his first full appearance. We have Department of Truth issue number 1, which I never read the series, but issue number 1's like a $10, $15 book, so it's set aside. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur number 1, the first appearance of Luna, whatever her name is. This is actually a somewhat, I mean, it's a first appearance, so it's considered a key, but it's in good condition, so it's worth potentially getting graded. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow issue number 1. This was an 8-issue limited series, which, from what I understand, is what the new movie is based on, is this storyline. So, of course, issue number 1 is worth like $20-$30.
Right.
I already sold issues 2 through 8. They're regular cover price, so I put them out and sold them. But issue 1 may be worth getting graded. This is Thor number 1, the Scotty Young variant. It's just kind of cute. Has Thor as a baby chasing Loki, whatever. Black Hammer, which I've never actually read Black Hammer, but this is issue number 1 from the original series, and it's worth like $20.
It's really popular.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Black Hammer, but this is the one that Richard, I almost.
What's up, Richard?
Hey, Richard.
He says, hold on. He says, "Good evening, Drew and Todd. How are you guys tonight? I'm doing okay, but won't be hanging around long. This old fart's getting tired."
Trust me, right. I understand.
That's all right. And then MK says during WandaVision. She was the one that worked in the van. Yes.
This is Howard the Duck, Volume 6, number 1, or Volume 5. I don't remember, but it's the first appearance of Gwenpool.
Can I tell you? I actually love those covers, like the early series
covers. Oh yeah.
What's his name? Quinones,
yeah.
Yeah. Good Lord, like they're so clean. It's really, really good stuff.
And this is Venom issue number 7. This is the cameo appearance of Dylan Brock. He's like in one panel, but he wasn't named or anything, so they consider this his cameo appearance.
And that's Ramos, yeah?
Nope, Ryan Stegman.
Really? It looks like Ramos.
Yep. This is issue number 25 of Venom. I'm not sure why, but it has value to it as well. So. This is Daredevil number 25. This is the 3rd printing variant, the black and white variant. This is issue. This is the issue where Elektra takes over as Daredevil.
That's a great looking cover.
So, yep. This is issue number 36, which I just think is a nice looking cover as well.
Is it the same artist?
No. I don't know. This one says Garcia, and this one says Checovito.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
This is a Captain Marvel issue. This is the first appearance of a new character by the name of Star. They haven't really done anything with her, but it's her first appearance, so it's got value to it. Thor number 3. This has something to do with the storyline. It's the Lord of Axes or the Lord of Hammers or something. Oh. I have no idea.
Hey, hold on for 1 second, Andrew. We got a guest. What up, Doc?
Hi, guys.
Hey, Doc.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
How's it going, man?
Good, man. Tired.
Haven't seen you in a while. It's like you went to East Denver and fell into a black hole.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had my family come out after the conference was over, so we just got back yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we spent a few days doing the museums and stuff like that out there. It was a good time. But good
Very
to be
cool.
back.
Oh,
And then I pretty much got to wash the skid marks off my underwear, and I'm back to GDC. I leave next Saturday.
Oh God, dude.
That's pretty crazy.
So really quick then, Andrew, if you don't mind bumping in for a minute.
No. Go.
Like how was ETH Denver? Bring back some news. I've talked to various people, and like some people it was amazing, and like if you look at my timeline, everyone was bored. And when you talk to people, they were like, no, it was fantastic. So I think it's kind of
I
across
was
the board.
nonstop busy. I mean,
Yeah.
I was up and out the door and back really late. My voice was, by the end of the thing, was shot, still not 100%. I mean, I don't know how people can say if it's boring, if it's because there's less like, yay, we're in crypto parties, and more like, oh, it's a lot of smart people talking about
Right.
like the technology that we use. I mean, it's, eye the beholder kind of stuff, really. And it's like, for me, I mean, it was cool. I didn't see any talks because I was really busy trying to do a lot of networking and stuff like that. But I mean, I would say that it was very successful for at least us for what we were doing.
That's awesome.
But I had no shortage of things to do. The conference itself, maybe there wasn't as many booths or whatever as a couple years ago, but again, like I went straight to the C-suite on like 4 or 5 blockchains and had conversations with them. So I got my value.
I barely went. I mean, last time we were there, like last year, like I barely went to the convention itself. Like I think we walked around once and it was like all right. It was like cool. And then it was just time to go,
Yeah, I think ETH Denver's great. Plus, it's like such a short flight for me. They would only have time to push the drink card out. And they're like, we're here, and the conference is free. So we stayed in a really cheap Airbnb. It was like grandma B&B. They had like quilts on the couch, some old 1940s house. But I mean, we got it real cheap. And so it was super affordable and high value, like came out good.
Mm.
A lot of people, I think, still building entertainment though. Shit, I don't have my backpack, man. I do have gifts for you guys. So it's at the house. But people still building entertainment. Talk to CEO of this Beamable blockchain, and they're doing like a DPIN thing. But they work with big IP. They built games for big IP like Star Trek. I don't even know who else. A bunch of other people. I went to Forgotten Runes party. That was dope. Hung out with Bear Snake. Hung out with some of the Wizards community.
Mm-hmm.
Super awesome time. Saw Lars from Tiny Vikings out there. Really a great guy too. So it was great. Now I go to GDC, which I'm actually looking more forward to, like the actual traditional gaming stuff and talking to different service providers there than like the crypto aspect of it, because I think Web3 gaming is really broken, but we're trying to unbreak it a little bit, but by like marketing to people outside of Web3, like imagine that. Like
what? No.
Having people actually play games before you give them money, free money.
No.
Yeah, unheard of.
That's weird.
I know, right? I mean, perish the thought.
Yeah, that's right. Well, good, man. So you got fully hooked up. You got a bunch of connections, and it was
loads of follow up to do. Yeah, loads of follow up to do. And spreadsheets to make and whatever. I'm now chief strategy officer, by the way, for Earnscape.
Hey, congrats!
Thank you. So tall order, but so far it seems to be working. I mean,
yeah, man. It just means more travel. Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it's just trying to do things right. I'm not willing to pay people to talk about us Like, we're just going to do something that works and people will naturally talk about us, right? Our whole goal is letting people stream a game directly from their phone, which you can't do. And actually, like, totally fucking up this whole influence thing because we're trying to democratize it and redistribute influence among people that are playing games. Right. And the other quick thing that I'm really proud about what we're doing is, for those who don't know, basically you launch a game through our app and we redistribute advertising user acquisition dollars directly to the players, right? So they get rewarded for time that they play. In previous past, most of our user base is from like Philippines, Africa, Indonesia, Vietnam, places like that. And in previous big Web3 gaming cycles, they made up a significant portion of the activity, but they had all these schemes that came about, like, I'll buy a lot of expensive NFTs and rent them to you so you can make some money, right? But I'm going to take, 75% of that back because that's just my thing. And then, you can have your $20 or whatever, which is a lot for them, right? I'm trying to destroy all that shit and be just like, hey, you want to play a game? Here is your $5, $10, $15 a month. Plus, we're going to give you the opportunity to stream where people can tip you. And there's not going to be any asshole who's preying off of your need for money or being unbanked or anything like that. You're just going to get it directly. And so fuck all those people trying to do that shit and make a buck off the back of other people who are in less than ideal conditions. Like, some of you assholes make $5 in, an hour or, 30 seconds, whatever the fuck. If you're trading or you've got assets, you don't need that extra shit. So I think it's a dirty disservice. So if we can just let people come in and not worry about, hey, I'm just going to get some blockchain money. I'm going to play a game. Maybe I'll get a gift card. Maybe I'll put it in my bank. Maybe I'll put it to my little app and buy food for my family, or maybe I'll put it back in a game. Cool. Right. Whatever. You played the game. The game developers are happy. We're happy. And then hopefully we'll get a shit ton of people playing this. Like in 6 months, hopefully we'll be we just passed 20,000 users. So hopefully, and by the end of the year, hopefully we're in the hundreds of thousands.
Excellent, brother.
I feel pretty good.
That's excellent, man.
Thank you.
Good. That's a good place to be, especially now. Like, it's such a weird, not to go off on crypto for a minute, but like, it's such a weird time because like the news has never been more positive. Like, it's golden era level, like Renaissance, crypto Renaissance level of positive news.
Right.
But the market just doesn't give a shit. Like, it's like, you gotta be kidding me.
No, they just thought they'd do what they always do and dump on people when they expect new money to come in and suppress the price or whatever. But guess what? This time that big news didn't bring mom and dad and grandma throwing in $20 into the old crypto thing, because we fucked them over last time and the time before that. Yeah. Your own fault.
Yep. Not my fault.
Agree. Well, yeah, but you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
My thing. I mean, I'm here to build businesses, whatever it be in. Like, I want to build businesses, right? So hopefully we have put together something to build a viable business that just happens to involve crypto.
Yeah. And
entertainment and a bunch of shit. Long-term plans are, because I get to make them up. So, like the long-term shit is like, pretty intense. Right now, just do the thing that we do good. Give people money. Let them play games. Let them stream. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, man.
How are you guys?
I'm doing good, man. Like
my swag. One more thing. My swag haul sucked, though, except for Forgotten Runes. Like, that's almost all of what I got.
Well, okay. Well, that's all you need.
Which is all I need. Exactly.
Forgotten Runes has great swag. So.
Exactly.
So that means you got a couple of comic books. Yes.
Yes. I got you guys some issue zeros.
Yes.
Yeah.
Epic.
So how's things over here?
Good, man. Just working on a bunch of stuff, and I keep like trying to get to the point where we can announce something, and it's just been like, I mean, we've been working nonstop for 3 years, and it's like, well, we're getting there. but no, things are good, man. I've been you can't disclose so much. I've been talking to a lot of founders at a lot of different Web3 entertainment companies.
Yes.
Right?
We got to catch up off camera.
Yeah, totally. But I've been doing that, and so everything is moving forward, and it's looking good. We got some decisions to make on certain, like now that we're in like kind of pre-dev phase. It's like, okay, well, it's either this path first or that path first,
Right.
and so that's sort of the decisions I'm making. So
Right.
part of talking to a lot of like, well, I'll tell you, this one isn't even that big of a secret. Like one of my big we're hijacking the nerd den, but that's okay.
Sorry, guys.
Being a crypto nerd is kind of a nerd thing too. One of the questions I've been asking a lot of founders is because everyone's building new stuff, which is a great sign for the industry, right? Like I haven't talked to anyone that isn't making something. Everyone's making stuff. It's a lot of stuff going on, which is great. But I'm like, what chain are you using? Like, here's a question: where do you start? Like what chain are you using? And it seems to be between one of the ETH-L2s and Solana, right? And it's sort of like, and it depends on what you're doing, right? I mean, but
yeah, definitely. I mean, like
Solana
I know
Solana. The challenge is the hard part that people are having, including us, is that Ethereum has the classic whales, the venture capitalists. It's got the real companies and the real communities. But Solana has the liquidity and retail.
Do they?
They kind of do.
What's retail? Meme coin traders? That ain't retail.
I mean, right
bro.
now, yeah, they're all
the
meme
culture
coins.
is shit over there. I mean, no offense on Solana, it's poop. It's poop.
Yeah.
I'll give you. I mean, it's like a tough one. Like the place I would go personally is on Saga because you can build your own app chain and you can access the liquidity from every other chain without having to load a bunch of your own. But they're still early days. Anyway, I'll talk to you about it later. But there's there's also Story, which I think could be very good. And I spoke to
Story is awesome.
In depth with the CMO about Web3 Comic Con. And I spoke with some other people about Web3 Comic Con in general. And I'll go about to GDC and do the same and keep working on these guys. And I think I can find us some actual support somewhere.
Cool. Awesome, man.
Because I went to C-level Metis, BNB, fucking Story Protocol. I mean, like 6 blockchains. I was just like C-level or shut.
That's what you gotta do, dude.
Shut up. Plus, I saw our boy KG out there.
Hey, nice. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolute. Very cool. Yeah.
Anyway, it was good, man. I'm gonna keep.
We'll talk.
We'll talk though.
So okay, well, shifting the call back to comics. I wanted to give Doc some props because I hadn't seen him in a while, and he's back. And
I love you guys, and I miss you. So
absolutely. So Andrew, I'm gonna put you full screen. Okay. I'll bring you back.
Okay.
All right. There we go. Sorry for the interruption, sir.
Oh, it's no problem. No problem. We've got this copy of Batman: The Long Halloween Special #1 Special Edition. This is I guess came out around the time of the movie, The Batman.
Is that that's the Tim? I mean, it's obviously not Tim Sale on the cover.
No, but it's.
But that's a variant from the Tim Sale series.
A special edition. I think it's a reprint.
Okay, I was gonna say it looks way newer than.
It was a rare version.
Okay.
Tie into the movie and so forth. So,
MK says that's definitely the movie.
Yeah, this is just a really cool looking Flash issue that came up with him, and it's an early Flash issue. So
Captain Boomerang.
Center, but yeah,
that's cool.
This is for some reason this cover is still in high demand. This is Mockingbird.
It triggered. That was sort of the trigger. The quote unquote the triggering.
Yeah,
so,
it's pretty woke.
That kind of started like 1,000. Like, Is it fair to say that cover is kind of what started a lot of the a lot of the YouTubers that are kind of like anti modern culture.
It was a key to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Morbius the Living Vampire Scotty Young cover. Just cute.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool.
I never read this series, but I've heard it's actually pretty good. It's not a very long series called God Country. And this was
Okay.
a
Yeah, I've
first
heard that's really
Innovation
good.
#1.
That looks cool.
Yeah.
This is America #1, where she
Yep.
got her own series that
That's
has
an awesome cover.
Yep.
That's also Quinones, isn't it?
yes.
Yeah, he does
Yeah,
good
the
covers.
book was terrible, but some of the covers were good.
Yeah, the covers are wicked and the stories are terrible.
This is Spawn issue 311 in memory of Chadwick Boseman. This is the sketch variant.
Oh,
edition.
that's cool.
Oh,
So-
McFarlane, yeah.
I
Yep.
just saw
Wow.
that recently. It was just like, I don't know where I came across
Wait,
it.
hold that
Very
up
nice.
again.
Yeah,
I want to see that McFarlane.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's McFarlane.
Yeah, I just haven't seen a McFarlane drawing in a long time.
This is another one that the cover was very popular. This is the Matt Fraction, David Aja, issue #9 of Hawkeye.
Yeah, it's cool.
Got a very simple, very nice cover.
You had some other ones like that previously, didn't you? Where like the slogans on the T-shirt changed.
Oh, there's
Was that-
there's
was
different
that-
ones. Yeah, they've
Right,
done that
right,
a
right.
lot. So
Yeah. All right.
this
I-
is infamous Iron Man #1.
I bought an issue of that Hawkeye, and I just found it incredibly boring. Everything about it was just boring.
Honestly, it's one of those ones that reads better in trade, where it collects all the issues together.
I didn't care enough after one issue. I was just like, I'm bored with all this.
Well,
Like
there's
the action scenes were boring, the art was boring, the story was boring, the characters are boring. Hawkeye himself is not a cool enough character to pull off a series on his own to me. And then you have Hawkeye and a second grade Hawkeye also. It's like you've got a C-list supporting character with a D-list character using the same name, and it's all just
yeah. It's all right. Well, here's a good one. This is Jurassic Park Raptors #2. Really nice Michael Golden cover.
that covers awesome.
That's
is
the
one-
weirdest. Yeah, Michael Golden's a badass, and I never understood why he was doing like the Jurassic Park covers.
They were paying him.
Yeah, that's
So
wicked.
this one, for some reason, is actually like a $10 book right now.
Really? That's it?
Yeah.
That's a fabulous comic.
I know
Oh,
it
because
is.
Jason Momoa is going to be playing him.
Oh, that could be the reason.
Well, I
why.
thought it was worth more. I guess it's that's $10.
This-
Is,
You
should
can
be
find
worth
those in
more.
50-cent bins. You could always find it in 50-cent bins. Now it's
Really?
just getting harder to find.
really?
Yeah. This is Superman 2 #1. This is
Spider-Man.
the first appearance.
Spider-Man.
What the hell did I say?
You said Superman.
Superman.
Superman? All right. Well,
Yeah.
that was a different comic. This one is Spider-Man. Number 2.
Joseph Superman.
This
Superman.
is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
This is the first appearance of the evil Miles Morales. And I'm not sure if this came out before the second Spider-Verse movie or not. It may have, but this is his first appearance in the Marvel Universe. Let's see. Oh, yeah, at least nobody cares about these. We'll skip those. I think I showed you those before. This is just a pretty cover for Batman #50. It's one of the alternate covers that
Who's
you know.
the actor? Is that the actor? Is that the chick? From
Anne
the Matrix?
Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway or the chick from the
I don't
Matrix?
think it is, but
He's referencing somebody.
yeah. This is the Department of Truth #1, the Jenny Frison alternate cover.
That's a cool cover.
This could be one that might be worth going and getting signed. I wonder how long her line is.
I would
Maybe,
get that signed.
maybe.
That's a very pretty cover.
Yeah. Paper Girls #1. I actually have 2 copies of those.
I love that comic.
These were in one of my collections that I bought recently. They are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 141 and 142 with a
Kevin Eastman
certificate of
signed.
authenticity from Kevin Eastman.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's
Yeah,
wicked.
both of them are signed by Kevin Eastman. They're not great covers, but they're signed by him. So I mean,
Yes, that doesn't. I mean, that's all that matters.
And I remember I told you guys I had got a collection of Kabuki issues that were all signed by David Mack. It included Kabuki Gallery with his signature down there at the bottom.
Awesome.
Kabuki Calendar, Kabuki Color Special with his signature, and then issues 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4,
wow.
5, and 6 of this series. Kabuki Circle of Blood, all of them signed by
Circle of Blood was in the 90s, yeah?
Yeah, I believe so.
Classic.
It's Caliber Comics, so it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
We
That
got
might have been
the
the first version.
first
Classic.
print of the glow in the dark cover. Nobody cares about that one. I've shown these to you guys before, so no refer to that one. And this is an alternate cover for A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. It's just a rare version of the book. The book itself, you know, I have no idea, but sometimes they put. I don't know if you guys heard. There was an article on Bleeding Cool in which Diamond is dumping a bunch of their rare variant covers to retailers for like super cheap.
Pay
Really?
off their
Trying
pay
to
off their
get
shit.
rid of some stuff. Yeah, so
Yeah.
stuff that you'd have to order like 25 or 100 copies of something they're now selling for $5 or $10 a piece,
Oh, shit.
and they usually retail between $50 and $100 a piece. So they're just trying to empty out their warehouse. So, and the one that I got in the collection I bought recently, that might be a good one to grade is. This is Something is Killing the Children, #1.
Is that
This
Travis
is the-
Dreft?
This is
No,
the
that's Jay Lee.
Daily Virgin alternate.
That's cool.
So it's a first print. It's just it's like the B cover.
Yeah, that's dope.
So it's like a $200 book. So
Wow.
we may have to get it graded because it could be worth more if it comes in a high grade. And something I wanted to show you guys. Discussion. This is Marvel's previews for product shipping in May. They're doing a special 5-issue one-shot, 5 one-shots. I think they're X-Men all related, but the first one is Giant Size X-Men #1, in which they recreated the cover, but they added a character. And I hate to say, this is what they're going to focus on in X-Men for a while.
Oh, God. What? Wait, no. What happened?
Remember,
That's Adam Kubert, yeah?
They
Andy
are
Kubert. Andy
They are
Kubert.
doing a special one shot, and there are going to be 5 of them. The second one I know is Giant Size Dark Phoenix Saga #1. They're one shots, and this is the first one. It's Giant Size X-Men #1, and as you can see, there's only one thing they changed, one thing they included in it.
That's insane. Okay.
Now,
what a boring character. She's
God.
horrible.
That's a stupid character.
Yeah, they had to retcon her to be a mutant.
well, yeah, because the Inhumans aren't popular anymore.
Right.
She was supposed to be an Inhuman. Now she's a mutant.
How'd they get that confused? I wonder how they justified that.
The Krakoa era allowed them to bring
Yeah.
mutants back to life. So they had a whole big thing of somebody's dying. It's important. It's an important death.
Yeah, I know.
And it was Miss Marvel. And then all of a sudden, the Krakoa efforts brought her back to life. And it goes, oh, she must now be a mutant. Let's make her part of the X-Men. She's now an X-Men.
You know, I tried to read that whole. I thought, where's a good place to jump it back into X books?
Oh, fuck.
And I started it around there. And I was just like, what the living fuck is this?
Did you see
Yeah,
the fashion shows?
Oh,
No, I must have missed some of that. I gave it a good run for, you know.
They for several years in a row they did these things called the Hellfire Gala. So
they
all
still
the
do
super
it, Avery. They still
do it. Okay,
Yes.
all the superheroes and supervillains show up in high fashion for a gala. It's like, this is stupid.
Wow.
Yeah. They literally, the entire comic is them whining and dining and drinking and talk and like and having like chit chat conversations, but it's obvious that neither the writers nor the artists have ever been to a gala like that. So So the conversations are super drab and like really,
Right.
really, really boring.
Right. Or they just like draw the gala. They're like put them in some high fashion, fill in the blanks kind of shit. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, I don't know. It was hard. I tried, but I just there was like some aliens, some moon bases, and I don't remember a whole lot about it, really, honestly, to tell you the truth.
Now, I shared with you guys an article that I read that I thought might be an interesting topic of conversation. You guys want me to bring it up and
Of course.
go through it? Do you
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm talking? Which article I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So Rob Liefeld has been recently making a lot of news. Number one, by crapping on Marvel,
That I've seen.
which of course they totally overblew that completely, and to the point where it was a ridiculous thing. But now, what is this? Oh, jeez. Okay, Popverse put out an article, which I'll share with you guys. And I wanted to read some of it, if not all of it, to you.
While you're looking for that, can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
R.I.P. George Lowe.
I know, dude. Yeah. Voice of Space Ghost. I never got a chance to meet him, but I worked on a ton of stuff with his voice on
Yeah.
it. So
We can maybe pick it up later, but I was just thinking about it.
yeah.
All right.
So Deadpool co-creator Rob Liefeld says comic shops are too unreliable to debut his new Youngblood relaunch with them first, so he's selling it to fans directly.
Yeah.
First, Rob Liefeld quits Marvel. Now he calls out comic shops for being unreliable with his work. This is... I read the article and his quotes. I really can't back Rob Liefeld in some of the things he's been saying. Just the way the conversation goes is just really, it's not good. But then again, what's that old saying? Even bad news is good news, you know?
What do you mean? Like, I don't.
Just wait.
explain.
We'll get there. We'll
All right.
get there.
All right.
After a very public breakup with Marvel Comics over the past 9 months, Rob Liefeld is plotting his future by reviving his team book series Youngblood. But after what he calls poor orders from comic shops for his recent Marvel work and variant covers, he has decided to skip selling these comics, at least for now, through comic stores, and instead is selling directly to readers via the Whatnot live stream platform. Live streaming is the first line of distribution for these comics, Rob Liefeld writes on Facebook on March 2nd. Rob Liefeld is one of the most active and most popular comic creators using the Whatnot platform. According to stats from the company, Liefeld has sold 1,800 comics, prints, and other properties. What?
18,000 comics.
That's what I said. 18,000. That's what I said.
It's okay.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
18,000 is what I meant to say. If I said 1,800, I'm sorry. My bad.
It's okay.
Comics, prints, and other products through his store there.
Okay, take a break really quick, because here I actually saw that post and he was like, because I was like, oh shit, Youngblood, like, I mean, whatever, I might pick it up, but I was like, do you know how hard it was to, like, I had to download an app and then I had to find his name, and then like Whatnot, like, it's not that simple. It's not like an eBay store. So I had to like figure out where the book was, and then they were like $19. And $19 isn't that bad, but it's $19 for a 32-page comic.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, like I can't just, I mean,
trust me, they quote some prices for some of the books in here, and it's
okay.
Yeah. Retailers have proved, this is his quote, retailers have proven unreliable with distribution of my work. Okay, pause. He takes this all very personally. This isn't the comic book market and the comic book industry. This is how comic book stores treat him.
Right.
Him specifically.
Right.
Okay. Retailers have proven unreliable with distribution of my work. I can't allow their inconsistent practices to dictate terms of my engagement with customers. My customers are left scrambling again and again for copies of my work. Rob Liefeld has openly complained about low retail orders and reports of some stores not stocking his work at all, with the orders for his variant covers to February 26th, Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween #5, being the last straw. When they couldn't even order my Batman cover correctly, that sealed it, Lavelle writes. Pause for a quick second.
Wait, so they just didn't like his cover, so they didn't buy it?
Pretty much. And I'll tell you what, in the 5 years that I've had my store, I have never had a single customer come in and ask me and say, I'm looking for a specific Rob Liefeld issue. Do you have it? Or a Rob Liefeld variant cover. I have had nobody in 5 years. I've had people ask about Scotty Young covers. I've had people ask about Dave Johnson covers. I had people ask about, what is the guy's name? The guy that did the one that got in so much trouble with Spider-Woman. Whatever. I've had people ask for specific cover artists in before.
Milo Manera.
Never. Milo Manera. Never has anybody ever asked for a Rob Liefeld cover.
Yeah.
Ever. There are fans of Rob Liefeld's work out there. Absolutely. And they'll buy 18,000 worth of products from his Whatnot store. That's great. But comic shops aren't going to buy his crap because it doesn't sell. You know? Nobody is looking for this stuff. But he's going to take this personally. He says, for months, I go to stores and their shelves are stuffed with unsold product. Absolutely 100% a fact. 15 to 30 copies of comics that do not move off the shelf and won't unless it's part of a discount sale opportunity, Liefeld writes. My comics are all gone. My variants like Time Slide are hunted at top prices online. My Deadpool team-ups are all gone, and now the Batman cover is sold out everywhere. The retail situation is upside down. I'd much rather be the guy with the empty slot due to demand exceeding supply, but all these unsold comics represent a huge misfire on behalf of retailers. I hate to say it, but he's absolutely true when it comes to what the retailers order and what people buy. They do not know, in a lot of cases, what sells. They take chances. They take risks. And they're not ordering Rob Liefeld variants because they know the audience is this small. They'll order a few for anybody who requests it, but they're not going to stock their shelves with shit that's not going to sell. But once again, he's going to take it personally. Direct-to-consumer will continue to grow. This isn't Liefeld's first experience with selling directly to fans. In 2013, he launched a Kickstarter campaign to fund a relaunch of another series of his Brigade. It accrued double its stated 17,500 goal. However, as of 2025, one of the key rewards, a hardcover edition of select Brigade issues, has not been shipped to the 30 people who ordered it, who have been vocal in social media and the Kickstart comment section. There are currently 4 versions of Rob Liefeld's Youngblood #1 for sale on his personal Whatnot store, all signed by the artist and writer. There's a relaunch premium gold foil for $160, a virgin variant for $60, a sketch variant for $60, and a trade dress variant for $60. Granted, these are all signed by him. That's great. I could care less.
Yeah, I wouldn't care about a sign. There is one for $19, which is the base price.
Yeah, and that's probably an unsigned copy too.
It is. It's an unsigned copy.
Yeah, I'm not paying $19 for an unsigned, because you know what? I'll find them in a dollar bin a year from now.
Well, that's my problem. That's exactly my problem. Is like, you're asking me to pay $19. It's not even that. $19 for a Rob Liefeld book is not a problem. I'm not a huge fan of Rob, but like, mad respect. I'm desperate for something kind of cool. I would fork it over, but I'm still a value guy. I can't pay $19 for a 32-page book. That's stupid.
Now, do I agree with him that selling direct to your customers is the future? Absolutely. And whether it's Kickstarter or what's the other one? Indiegogo or Whatnot, whatever. I mean, there's different ways of doing it. So
he's missing. Here's my initial thought. I knew there's more to read, but here's my initial thought is he's actually missing something here. And that is, like, I am a supporter of Michel Fife's work. I like Copra. He's independent. Copra is an art object book. It is the best paper, like by far. It is the best paper, the best stock. It is. Michel Fiffe has studied paper to figure out what the best paper is for his work. Like all this stuff. It is like 22 pages, like so it's a regular comic, and it's $10. Normally, I would never pay $10 for a 20 to 22 page book. But two things. Michel Fiffe puts a shit ton of work into these books, and it's not like buying a comic book, it's buying an art object. It is that pretty to hold. Rob is missing it. He's adding a premium because of his name. But if he had sold this book, if it had been on good paper and like a decent thing and was for $10, he would have made a sale from me. But at $19, I'm like, yeah, my instinct is I'll wait till someone dumps it off at Andrew's store. Like I'll find it at Heroes Con for $3.
Yep. I have found a lot of Whatnot comics in dollar bins.
Yeah.
And like, they did not pay $1 for that.
I don't mean to be rude or mean, but when you tell me $19 for a 30-page book, I'm like, well, I'll wait till the $5 discount. You know what I mean? I'll wait till it gets into the quarter bin or the dollar bin or the $5 bin, and then I'll buy it. $5, I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
I think $5 is still too much.
Probably.
If it went to comic book stores, it probably would have a $5.99 or $6.99 cover price on it.
Right, and he's trying to offset the sales he's going to lose with a higher ticket price.
Yep.
And all the money goes to him, so he's actually making more money. But I don't understand the Whatnot thing versus, and this is not a knock on Rob. Like I genuinely don't know the difference between Whatnot's impact on sales versus Kickstarter, Indiegogo. Everyone I know goes to like Kickstarter and Indiegogo. I don't know what Whatnot does for sales.
Or what's that other one? What was the one that
Patreon?
No. The one that Jason Pearson's. Oh, that was Kickstarter. All right, never mind.
That was Kickstarter. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep reading. In October 2024, the new Youngblood series was announced, along with plans for Image Comics to publish the series and offer it to fans through comic shops. The Youngblood #1 issue Liefeld, selling through his Whatnot store, carries the Image Comics logo and are of the highest quality. And when the Youngblood #1 is eventually sold in comic shops, it will have their own bells and whistles. Following this initial post, Liefeld later wrote that he loves and supports retailers and doesn't want them to fail, but they are no longer reliable to him as a creator. You're still cute and cuddly and I love you, but I'm never going to date you, ever. You know, you're not going to put out, so why should I do that, you know? That was my analogy of that statement.
Yeah. Well, you said it yourself, like, there's how many retailers are there now? Like last time I checked, there was like 2,200 in the entire United States now.
There's a lot less than there used to be.
Probably
less. There's a lot less than there were in October of 2024.
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna say that there's 2,000, or let's just say there's 2,000, maybe 1,500 comic shops. Let's just say 2,000. Like, yeah, there is no way. Like, even if each of them bought 10 copies, you're not going to crack 20,000 books sold.
Yeah.
And 20,000 books times 5 is 100K, but like retailers take 50%. So that 100K goes down to 50K, and then distribution takes a chunk. So he would be making $20,000 maybe if he sold 20,000 copies.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd probably make less than that. I'm doing really dirty math, but like, he's thinking that if he charges $19 and he sells 1,000 of them, he's actually going to make more money than if he sold $100,000 worth in a comic shop. And that is true.
Yeah.
54% of retailers reported gross sales of $300,000 or less in 2023, while 18% reported gross sales of over 1 million. Just looking at some stats as of April 2024.
Right. But see, what you don't know, Doc, is like what percentage are from comic books and what
toys, games. Yeah, that's
comic
the next
shops
thing.
are not comic shops anymore; they're pop shops, right?
Yeah, that's the next thing. It says diversification. More than 80% sell toys, 60% sell card games, 60% sell games and role playing games. So,
right,
yeah. Very interesting. Let's take a look at those covers. I dialed them up that he's talking about, that article.
Well, let me finish it.
Yes, of course,
Rolston says, this is the part that's really silly to me. I buy online and in person. I did advocate on my podcast to support the clubhouse as that's what I believe they are. I don't want them to disappear like record stores, all of which have closed and vanished in my area as well as beyond, writes LaFeld. I am a weirdo, and I am prone to saving weird things. One of those things is that I can't continue to rely on the traditional marketplace to fully support my artistic endeavors. Expanding into new markets is part of evolution. I don't want the comic stores to go away, but I'm not going to do anything to help them sell products. Because there's a potential I'm going to lose money. So, yeah, you guys are on your own. Comic retail shops are literally floating out in an ocean right now. You add in the Diamond's bankruptcy, all the small press people that are getting screwed by that. The fact that Diamond has been, comic shops literally have no clue where a lot of their books are going to come from a month from now. They don't know where they're going to get them from. They hope to gosh that all the other alternate distributors are going to pick up the slack and they're going to be able to get their comics on a regular basis. But there's a good chance there's going to be interruptions. There's going to be delays. There's going to be slowdowns. And comic retail is a weekly endeavor. People come in every week to look and they expect certain things to be there. And when they're not there, they don't blame the companies.
Right.
They don't blame the distributor. They blame the comic shops.
Right.
You know?
And MK says friend zone of making money, of money making.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with Rob's price point of $20, but it needs to be at least 48 pages and come signed.
Right. That's exactly right. If that had been that,
price,
I would have bought it in a heartbeat.
And a premium format like perfect bound,
Yep.
you know, with really nice heavy paper.
Yep.
Then I have zero, and there's still more money to be made than if it was sold in a comic shop by selling direct or crowdfunding.
Dude. Right.
I have zero problem with the price point. That's fair. I pay that much for comics, but they're usually 48 pages, not 32.
If he had bumped it, this is how stupid it is. If he had bumped it 15 more pages and had it perfect bound and then charged not 19 but 25, they would have sold.
I would buy it.
I would buy it too
at that price. Come signed, not $60 for the sign. Hey, Zach isn't signing his books anymore at the $20-$25 level. I don't buy them.
Right.
Yeah, as a retailer, I would not spend $25 on a Rob Liefeld signed book. Period.
Yeah.
Well, that's a retailer. I'm a comic book fan. To me, it's worth it because the pain in the ass of going to a convention, I'm never going to do it. I'm done. I'm not going to conventions anymore.
I think he charges like $25 for signatures anyway. Just flat out signature. So for somebody that wants his signature, that might be absolutely a good deal. But he's charging at least a minimum of $60 for a signed book.
Yeah. But the $20-$25 price point doesn't bother me. It's the page count and it's not a premium format.
Yeah.
That matters to me. I totally understand because his thinking isn't super far off from a lot of independent thinking these days of selling direct to the customer because the profit margin is higher, much higher. And if you can get somebody, especially in crowdfunding where people are backing the book, they're not just buying the book, they're backing you so you can afford to do the project. The profit, so it's a little close and similar in thinking, but he shouldn't be like blaming comic shops because they're already getting fucked enough. They have no idea what's going. Comic shops have been getting railroaded for over a decade now by the publishers and the distributor. They have no idea. They've been victimized with predatory, sales manipulation and stuff, and the whole variant bullshit. Yeah, he should kind of dial that down. Just relax a little bit on that.
Right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit, dude.
All right, let's finish the article. We're almost done. Then we'll take a look at his whatnot page. It says, to
Okay.
retailers that say my work doesn't sell for you, I feel terrible that my work can't move. I feel bad, he continues. Hopefully, in the future, my work will sell again. Wishing you all the best. Wishing all the best. Youngblood #1 is available for order direct through Rob Liefeld's whatnot page right here, and hopefully later this year at your local comic shop. But who the hell would pay $100 for a Rob Liefeld rainbow chisel signature?
What the fuck does that mean?
I guess he signs the book with rainbow colors.
What's a chisel? Oh,
Well,
like a
it's-
chisel pen?
Yeah,
Chisel marker, yeah.
yeah. But you could have him sign a book in rainbow colors for $100 more.
I
And
love him, man, but
He's got a quantity of 98, which means he probably started at 100, which means he's already sold 2 of those. So there's
Yeah.
2 idiots out there that own that. But you know what's so
MK
funny?
says he signs it with a Stussy.
You know what's so funny? If you look at these, like he has quantity 9, 10, 9. These are probably all his comps.
Yeah.
These are literally comics that he probably got from the company for free,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know? And he's signing them and putting them on his whatnot page and charging $70, $60, $80, you know? I'm wondering where the... Oh, is this the Youngblood? Oh, this is a print. Not
See,
print.
that's what I'm saying. Like, where good luck finding it. Yeah, I think you might have to go up and look at the comics.
Did he redo that Captain America? Did I see that?
Yeah,
It's got,
sort by newly listed. That's what I'm saying. Look what you have to do. Like, how the fuck is anyone gonna find this? There it is. You see it?
Oh, okay.
The hollow foil variant. Wait, 60. So trade dress unsigned. Did he raise the price to 25? I guess he did.
Unsigned. Trade dress, unsigned, 25. Yeah.
Yeah. MK says that reads of someone who snorted their money or flitted it all away and is scrambling. Yeah, maybe. I mean, he did pretty good with Deadpool, so I think he's financially okay. And I do think he genuinely loves comics, but he just doesn't understand the market. He hasn't done this in a long time, so I don't know if he understands the market totally.
Well, these two things are combined. His whole like, I got snubbed at the party, and my shit's not moving, and
Right.
you know he's having a conniption fit over it.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
he's
he's in his feelings and isn't taking the time to reflect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep, but obviously there's people out there buying this stuff. So, I mean, great for him. Cool for him.
Sure. He,
Well, wait. Do me a favor. Click on the while Avery's talking. Click on the $25 edition, and I want to read just to make sure that I'm not lying. That it's a 20-page, like a 32-page book. Yeah. Okay. Go for it, Avery.
he's so close, but his ego is skewing
yeah,
his perception.
yeah.
It's like, oh, you're almost there, and you missed it because of your ego.
Yeah.
32 pages. You're right.
Yeah. Now, why is it also it's a trade dress unsigned, but I also get a certificate of authenticity?
Yeah, I wonder that too.
What's the certificate of authenticity for?
Yeah.
To say this volume was unsigned.
Great. Yeah.
You know what? One thing I noticed is the cover doesn't have Whatnot on it. Because usually when I found Whatnot editions, it has Whatnot on them.
Is Whatnot
So-
a publisher?
Well, yeah, they have published books, but people offer specials through Whatnot, like Whatnot exclusive editions.
Oh, okay. Like New York Comic Con exclusive.
This is literally what would have hit it would have hit the retailers.
Right.
He's just selling it at an up price on his own store. And that's the funny thing. It has you can see in the cover, on the cover it has can we
The image
zoom in?
logo. Yeah, it's the Image logo.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a price on it.
Right.
This is probably the $3.99 issue or $4.99 issue that was supposed to go to retailers, and he said, "Screw that! Take the price off, and I'll just sell it directly on my
Right.
Whatnot store."
Right.
You know,
MK agrees about all the feels. He's got all the feels. Like, this is not working for me anymore. I like
more
Rob.
power, more power to him. I mean, go
look,
for it.
I'm not going
buying
to buy
it, and-
this, even though I really kind of want to, just to have a little bit of nostalgia. But I'm not going to buy that. But I am going to buy the. He's got that Youngblood artist edition coming out later this year, I think.
You
Or
know,
next
I
year.
always have to go with the. Can I, if I buy it, can I sell it? Because everything I buy, I even stuff that is part of my personal collection, and
Mhm.
personal collection is code for it just hasn't made it to the store yet.
Right. Yes.
That sucks.
You know?
I just wanted to look at the covers that he's talked about.
Oh,
not
sure.
flying-
They're the
not
ones that are
flying
not
off the
selling.
shelves. These are the ones that he said weren't selling. I mean, I don't know which one. There's a couple of these, like,
But
Yeah.
they're all his.
you know, not shabby there. Okay, I could deal with this. This pretty good. This is an open Lefeld mouth that doesn't like a chubby cheek cherub. So I'm cool with that. Feet, he's improved on them feet. You can't deny that. Not too shabby, right? Yeah, okay. Here again, man, I'm just not a fan of his faces. I never have been. I never
Yeah.
will be. There's just
Yeah.
something on. And it's just like,
Who's that character? That's not Captain America.
Crystar.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, all right. Batman, interesting.
I'm sorry. That Joker is trash.
And then here again, the chubby cheek, like it's like you know, like when you were a kid, you'd be like, and you get your lips out like that, and you dry out your teeth, so they'd be like, that's
Yeah.
what this looks like here.
You know what the
Yeah.
sad part about that issue is? Do you know who did the interior art on that issue?
Well, it says Bill Sink.
Oh, shit.
That's the Crazy Uncle Bill
Bill
version
Sink-
issue, and it had a
Okay.
variant Rob Liefeld cover. If I was Crazy Uncle Bill, I would have been pissed.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the one. Time slide. Okay. Look at this pile of fucking garbage. Look at what is with these proportions. Look, the gun.
Wait. Time slide.
Mhm.
That is
Time
a
slide.
cable drawing from 1992. That
Am
was
I looking
that
at
is
the
a
wrong
that is a
thing?
No.
reused-
That's the reused.
That is
Scroll
a-
down. Look at the signature. Does it say
Yeah.
after somebody or?
Yeah, our
Oh, I guess that's the colorist.
Chertoff. Yeah, it's the colorist.
No.
Yeah.
No, the coloring is new, but that drawing is a classic cable drawing that was
Okay.
a pinup in the back of an issue
Okay.
from like 1992 or something, like
Okay.
1991.
That makes a lot more sense because this is garbage, in my opinion. I mean, this is like classic, like what the fuck are with the proportions?
And
The clip is like three
Avery-
times as wide as the gun.
Yeah.
Avery
like,
can
I don't-
probably answer this. There's a lot of color holding there. How much you want to bet that was colored of the pencil sketch? That this
No, I
was
think-
not inked?
It was inked.
I think if that's the original, if that's a recolor of the original drawing, they just color held all that shit. That's all.
Yeah, but they
Okay.
color held the arm, but not the neck. Isn't that weird? Or I don't know.
I'm gonna see if I can find that image because that image.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we
Because
go.
I was like, there
They
ain't no
color
way,
held the
man.
blacks on the pouches, but not on his neck.
Here's like the color guide. It's hold on. This is the original color guide. This
You
is
want me-
X
do I need to take
Force.
this down?
I know this stuff, man. It's from X Force number 8. Hold on.
That would be your favorite issue.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
All right. Okay. Is-
Right. And look,
He-
they even cropped it. They even cropped off the gun at the bottom and stuff.
He inked it himself because there's no
He did.
inker listed on here.
He inked it himself. I mean, this is the color guide. So this
Good.
is not-
Yeah.
Good catch, Todd. Good catch because I don't think I remember seeing this before.
I remember it.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it's also my favorite. You know, that's probably.
Yeah,
the
I know.
one
That's what I was
that
going to say.
scored
If
at.
it's number 8, then yeah, X-Force number 8, then yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it makes more sense because I was like, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. What the hell is this? This looks like old, stinky,
How much do you
misproportioned.
think
Like,
they paid him to make that the cover for Time Slide number 1? That is a current issue. That is a just recently released issue. How much
It
money they paid him to use that image?
Depends on what his old contract royalties were.
Because they already
back
own
then.
the art. They already own the art. Yeah, exactly.
but he had royalties back then. Royalties were better than they are now. So if that contract
Yeah.
is still in force, they had to pay him. If that contract is no longer in force, they might have been able to use it for nothing. It's either
Yeah.
he got paid decent or got nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a good find, Andrew. I like Rob. I do. I actually listen. I haven't listened in a while, but I do like his observations and stuff. It's just him ranting for hours about all things. He's a true fanboy, and I like that.
yeah,
But
I'll give him that.
yeah, and I like I said, I am going to get the Youngblood Artist Edition because I just have to.
I
Well-
love those artist editions. They are high value, I believe. That's the
Yeah.
reason I pay $100 to $200 for them.
And I think his pages on Youngblood are probably going to look black and white are probably going to look really good. I actually saw some when he was holding up. He actually went through. He's like, "Yeah, we're doing the artist edition," and he was holding up his pages. Those pages look fucking good, dude. They look awesome. And I was like, "What is that from?" And you just go back and you really look at those Youngblood things, and you realize what screwed that book up was the coloring was terrible, like awful coloring. So I am excited. I am excited for
Yeah.
the artist edition. I will buy that. I mean, any artist edition that's like old school like that from the 90s, I'm probably gonna buy. But
Yeah.
a comic book 30. Just add 15. I know Andrew nailed it. He finished the book. It's done. He was gonna do it through distributors. Realized or through retailers. Realized that the number count was going to be too low, and so he either pulled it or didn't do it, and just moved the book. And but he's selling to a different audience, and I'm sure he's going to sell it out, whatever. But he missed a sale with me because he moved it to a different format, but didn't adapt the book to the format.
I guarantee you, we screenshot or archive that page, his Whatnot page, and go back and look at it a month from now, those numbers are not going to change that much.
Yeah.
He's not going to sell a whole bunch more. He's trying to get noticed. Making a stink about something gets you noticed. It got us to read the article, and it got us to go to his Whatnot page.
Right.
And to tell all of our viewer about it.
Oh, dude. God, he's such a dick sometimes.
He's fucking mean.
It's just he's so petty and malicious.
No,
It's hardcore.
it's just I can't use the plural. I just can't. It's just in what is it? It's not genuine, it's ingenuous.
Disingenuous.
Disingenuous, that's it.
He doesn't even know
Words,
words. He's still burning me.
words, but he's writing a comic.
Yeah, but he's murdering me.
Hey, you guys do you guys want to see what I've been working on my Wednesday night live stream?
Yeah.
No. Just tell him no, just to fuck with him.
So I'm doing something that I haven't done in a long time.
Free base cocaine?
I'm working on full size pages instead of doing each panel. I'm doing the whole page. So if it has 3 panels, it's all 3 panels are on one page. I'm actually penciling the entire story. It may end up only being 8 pages, but I've got 6 pages penciled, and I've decided I'm not going to start inking till all 6 pages are drawn and laid out. But
Okay.
want to show you the 6 pages?
Hell yeah, dude.
All right.
Let me put you. Let's see. There you go.
So this is page 1. This is
Nice.
a Hawkeye backup story for Hero Book 1, my relaunch of Hero Book 1. When we last saw the character, he was leading a pack of wolves away from Hero and letting him get away from them. And I never ever addressed whatever happened. We don't see Hawkeye in volume 2, and he's only in volume 3 as a flashback from when he first met his dad and was friends with his dad. So we never know what happened with the wolves that are chasing him.
Hey, a quick art question.
Sure.
When you're now is that your considered your finished pencil?
Pretty much, yeah.
So you go straight to ink from that.
Yes.
And so then any of the shadows or the shading you just do straight
ink
as you're inking. That's crazy.
Yep.
I could never do that. I don't have that kind of confidence.
And this is
That's the fun part.
This is page 2.
That's stressful.
This is page 2, probably one of my favorite pages so far. I love this page.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then this is page 3, in which he reaches out, shoots an arrow, and originally the arrow was supposed to go through one of the wolves' ears, but that's kind of not my thing. So I still haven't 100% decided how what's going to happen on this page. But he makes fun of him and he gets away from him, but then he runs towards a cliff. And then this page, the middle panel is going to be redone, but he gets to the edge of the canyon and he realizes he's got nowhere to go. This panel is going to be changed out completely because I saw a book recently that I wanted to talk about that the art inspired some new stuff in this issue. And then he reaches into his back and finds out he doesn't have any more arrows in his quiver. And then he tries to talk to the wolves and say, hey, guys, he's very much a try to get yourself out of the situation by talking about it. And he tries to do that. And then all of a sudden you see this rope dangling next to him. And originally he wasn't going to know who it was that was saving him.
Yeah.
But I've changed it a little bit so that the dialogue will make more sense. But he knows who's saving him. And he's kind of like, hey, it's about time you're here. Because this is the 6th page in which there's a character in a hot air balloon overhead.
Oh, that's wicked.
And rescuing
Cool,
him.
man.
And I did the character design for this new character on my live stream last week. Her name is Icky, and she's a squirrel, and kind of inspired by Gadget from Chippendale's Rescue Rangers, but it's more based on the Daedalus and Icarus story about the inventor who created wings for his son, and the son got too close to the sun and died. But her name is Icky, based on Icarus, but she's not going to have a tragic end like Icarus. But that's where the inspiration for the story came from. But the next thing you're going to see is he's going to get up into the balloon and they're going to fly away, and he's like, hey, then you'll know that they know each other, that they've known each other before. So it was kind of like a rescue that he knew was coming. But one of the funny things is when I told my son about this story, he said, wouldn't it be really, because the way you're going to get Hero Book 1, then you're going to have the backup story with the two-headed snake, and then this is going to be an additional backup story that's going to be added into the new printing. And Michael said, wouldn't it be funny if on the last page of the Hero story, when Hero and Pudge are walking away, you see a balloon far off in the distance? Add that to the original story, and then this story explains where that balloon came from and what it's all about. So it's kind of connecting the two stories together again. So there will be a slight edit to the original Hero story.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations, dude. That's like, I love seeing these pages, dude. What?
Hey, dude.
I'm working on it.
It's the fact that he's touching the original Hero pages again.
I'm touching one little part of one little panel.
MK says,
Okay, Spielberg, George Lucas.
Yeah, he is a Lucas.
Oh, God, dude.
MK says, yep, watch the episode. Going well, Drew.
Yep. But like I was telling Todd, I'm spending at least an hour every week working on this project.
Yep.
And another. I have
good.
I have another project I'm working on, but that's not on screen. But I'm taking the time. I'm putting aside the time to do it. So
It's good, man.
that's a good, you know, it's like when I was doing my walk, you know, in my walks in the morning, which I haven't done in a while because I hurt myself, but it was at least I was.
Wait. Okay, you for it finished.
Oh, I hurt myself bad. I couldn't walk for like 3 days. I said, screw this. I'm not doing this anymore. I stopped doing it. It was a while ago.
You stopped, so you stopped walking?
Yes. Well, doing my walk around the mile walk around my neighborhood every morning.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I hurt myself, and yeah, it was stupid, but totally. Yeah, but the whole idea of the walking was not to lose weight. It was to healthy habits.
Yeah.
Start doing healthy habits, and doing this live stream where I'm drawing is a artistic habit, getting back into the habit of doing it. So
yeah,
fair.
That's awesome.
Yep. It's important. It's got to be done because I got too much shit to do and then not enough time.
Well, I'm proud of you.
I do not have that much time left on this earth, so I got to get shit done.
I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you, Doc.
I am. I'm glad to see you put in the time.
Oh, and so the book I was talking about.
Yeah.
Do we have time?
It's, Andrew, MK says it shows, by the way.
Thank you, MK. I appreciate you checking it out. So I went to a show 2 weeks ago. It was one of those tent sales, a lot of 50-cent comics. And I specifically, if I see something like a run of something, like if there's a 4-issue limited series and I find all 4 issues, I'm freaking, hey, I'll grab those, bundle them together. Well, the one I got was called The Damned, and it was a limited series called The Virgin Brides. And he ended up having issues 1 through 4. Turns out there's a 5th issue, which sucks because, I read the story, but this is a story by Jason Aaron and PM or RM Guerra.
Yeah, I like Guerra
the
stuff.
Same people that did Scalped.
Yes.
And I loved Scalped. Scalped was dirty. The imagery but it was great. It was beautiful. This book, oh my freaking God, he took it to a whole nother level. This is some of the most gorgeous work I've seen, to the point where I was looking to see if I could find original pages from this guy.
Oh, wow.
Turns out he lives in Spain. He's like in his 60s, doesn't do a lot of shows in the state. And I'm like, but I mean, some of this art is now on my list. Well, turns out I had the first 3 issues of the main series called The Goddamned. Went ahead and read it. I've never read it. I had I had the first 3 issues, also a 5-issue series. So now I've got to find 4 and 5 of this series and 5 of this series. But the story in The Goddamned it's 1600 years after Eden, and the main character is Cain, and he's immortal. He can't be killed. And in this particular story, he's walking through the world, and it's just horrible. People have just are destroying the planet. They're slaughtering everything. They're doing the most inhumane things to people and animals. It's just it's just horrible. And at the end of the first issue, you meet their version of Noah, and he's very much a barbarian, and he's enslaving people and capturing animals, and because he has this idea that the flood is coming. And the title of this book is actually The Goddamned Before the Flood. And Cain is trying to find a way to die, and he's trying to find a Nephilim, which the guys from whatchamacallit have mentioned as part of their story. They're kind of like angels, but I'm not sure what they are. But in this book, they're described as giants. Yeah. And he's trying to find one because he thinks it may be the way to finally die and end his life on Earth. And so he's been around for 1600 years, and he's trying to die. And the art is just fucking freaking gorgeous. And I mean, if you thought Scalped was great, this is all right. Let me just show you this one issue.
Yeah, show some art.
So there's this one panel, a scene where these 2 girls, they're trying to run away from these bad people, and they get to a cliff. I mean, I know it's not like, you see the little panel right in the middle where they're at the end of a cliff?
Yeah.
Now imagine that middle panel in my book is from that angle, looking down at the cliff where he turns around and the wolves are walking towards him. and it establishes where the wolves are
Everything,
compared to him,
yeah,
and
agree.
it's like
It's a
that
better shot.
inspired the whole redoing of that entire panel, just that one little panel. Because I saw it and said, oh my God, this makes sense. This is a better way to, number one, story tell. It's a better way to visualize where all the characters are, and this book was an inspiration for it. And there's just great, trying to find some more great panels. Like, oh, this last page is actually really good, where the serpents show up to the wedding.
Yeah, that is cool artwork, man. He's great.
Gorgeous. And it's his stuff is just beautiful. It's dirty, it's ugly, it's but it's so gorgeous. And there's just so much about it that I'm enjoying. Let's just say, who was Avery? I know you know the name of the guy, and I'm blanking. It's the Spanish guy. We had the hardcover book. It inspired a lot of me doing the redesigns for all the backgrounds. Topi. I saw Topi's work, and it influenced how I redid the backgrounds for issue number 2 of Hero, book 2 of Hero. This guy is influencing how I do some stuff in this story specifically. So I just, and what's so funny, and Todd knows this, we're well familiar with this guy's work. We've seen his work and have read it over the years, and it's great. But finding these books took it to a whole nother level with me, and it's just absolutely freaking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was really happy to find these and enjoyed the read, and looking forward to what I do after having gotten to see it done by somebody who I think is masterful at it.
Yeah, that guy, he's really good. The Spanish guy.
Yep. Yeah, I think he's Serbian. I think I read he's Serbian, but he lives in Spain. So
yeah. Like almost like a Goran Parlov.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was the guy that was Serbian who did Cable, who was a loved, but his stuff was really like you either liked it or you hated it.
It's not Morat, is it?
No. It was like you know what I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah, I think I remember, but
I had his entire run when it came out, and I can't remember his name right now, but
yeah,
they have very unique styles.
Yeah, like a Serbian film.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Do I want to know what that means?
You've never seen a Serbian film?
Not that I can remember.
Don't.
Okay.
Do not.
Don't.
Oh, speaking of films, what'd you guys think of that little CD case thing that I showed you guys? Where's it at? Oh hell, I don't know where it's at. Nope,
So-
that's not it.
While he's doing that, so one of the things I was hoping to find when I got HBO Max, right, was Tales from the Crypt. Because so much of HBO's stuff is on there.
Yeah.
Spawn, all their TV shows. But Tales from the Crypt is not. So
Really?
I tried to. No one has that streaming. No one has that. There's some kind of problem. HBO doesn't have it available.
Yeah.
So I went and I ordered a DVD box set, and it came in today of the original Tales from the Crypt show, all 7 seasons.
Fucking nice, dude.
So I'm gonna
Nice.
break into that and binge watch the shit out of that soon. Because I loved that show.
That was, dude. I have actually been
That's a
looking
good
at
one.
that on. I've been watching that on YouTube because I wanted to see the intro and how that sets up the show and the shots that get set
Yeah.
up. Like, because I want, I'm.
Yeah. You can find the box sets on Amazon for like $40-$50.
Yeah.
All seven seasons.
Yeah. That's so.
So
cool,
I
man.
had to pick that up because I like those old EC comics, Vault of Horror, Haunt of Fear.
Oh yeah, dude.
I love that shit. Horror comics have influenced me.
One of
hugely.
the guys in our space just did a crazy Kickstarter where they republished all of those classic horror books and on the exact same paper.
Yeah, that's cool.
and it's like a box set, but it's like all the like Vault of Horror, like it's like selected of the best ones.
Oh wow,
and it
that
raised,
would be
like,
cool. That would be cool stuff, man.
Yeah, it's like 100. It was like a little pricey. It's like 150
And-
bucks or something.
And I highly recommend the Mike Mignola documentary that's on Prime.
Oh yeah, how was that?
I loved it, dude. I mean, it talks about his whole career, how when he broke in comics, what was going on, what he did, like stories about him, Art Adams, and what's the guy that did Sam and Max?
Oh,
They were all like close friends and just hung out in California when he moved back to California, and like hung out at Mike Mignola's dad's place, and you know, the stupid shit they did. Him meeting his wife, creating Hellboy, the journey up to the, you know, getting the movies made, what that was like for him.
So it was like the whole process.
Yeah. It's really good, because like I've always known him and Art Adams were friends. You know, they were buddies, but I didn't realize like him and the guy, but they were like with the guy that did Sam and Max were like all best friends.
And shit.
Yeah,
that's cool.
it's like, dude, all these people just knew each other, and you just never connected,
Right.
you know. And how rocky his career was when he first started. Like it was like he got hired as an inker, inked something, went back trying to get more work, and the person that handed him this pinup to do was like, you know, you turn in another thing like this and you're done. You got to take your time. Like it's really good. I recommend it.
That's wicked. Yeah.
I'm hoping that Frank Miller documentary comes on the streaming service soon.
Yeah, man.
I want to see it.
There's only a few creators that I would want to even like remotely care about seeing this kind of thing, and you know,
there are two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you know what, that Frank Frazetta documentary is pretty good too. Painting with Fire.
Oh, I'd like to see that one.
It's pretty good. I saw it a long time ago.
You know,
There's
the guys
one
that I was gonna say the guys over at Warp Chain used to do stuff with heavy metal, and they did something with Frazetta. I don't know what.
Oh wow, cool. That Chris Claremont one on Chris Claremont's X-Men wasn't too bad either.
Oh, I
liked that
cool.
one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd like to see that.
I liked it. But anyway,
That's wicked though. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I'm glad it's on Prime because I saw I've been watching the trailers for a while, dude. And you know, usually they end up launching it somewhere where I can't see it.
yeah.
Like it's gone. It's like somewhere else, you know. But that's wicked, man. Well, cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna probably check that out this weekend then, because it's on Prime I can totally do. So
yeah.
Well, awesome guys. Happy Friday. We made it. It's 10 o'clock.
Absolutely.
You guys got anything for the weekend? You got anyone writing, drawing, doing anything creative over the weekend?
I sent you another pic. Todd.
Oh,
Just working on one of my novels and trying to figure out how to market them. I've spent, I don't know, a few months now futzing around with Facebook ads. I've had some success, but the method I'm trying right now, it's frustrating. You know, it's just
I understand.
trying to find the right combination of image, text. You know, it's easy to get clicks on a Facebook ad. It's hard to get clicks that actually convert.
Yeah. Avery, this is awesome, dude.
Thank you.
This is cool. Yeah, I can post something next week. Awesome.
Also, I'm writing porn.
Good. Is it like dinosaur porn?
No, it's it's manly barbarian porn.
I like manly barbarian.
I'm kidding. I can't. I'm a very good writer, but I can't. I could not write a sex scene to save my life. I can't. I just start cracking up. I wish I could write porn. I wish I could write romance because that's where the money is, but I just can't do it. I'm just not wired that way. I'm too cynical.
Yeah, dude, that would be.
I wish.
If we were in porn, we'd make more.
I wish I could write, bawdy lady porn about raunchy dukes and duchesses and set in Regency England, because apparently that's what sells. But I just can't do it. I'd end up like having them all die in a murder suicide pact.
That could be how the series ends.
That could be it. You solved it.
Well,
Yeah.
this way, I mean, so you guys. I mean, look, a lot of the biggest series that came out of the last few years began as basically as either Twilight or Harry Potter fanfics, which were then just kind of like tarted up and the point is that I'm trying to like serve people a gourmet cooked meal, and I'm only to find that I'm in a world where people only want to eat McDonald's. So yes, I'm a little embittered.
So go lowest common denominator, man. Make like instead of like doing fiefdoms, do like a multi trailer park lot torrid tale about tweaker love.
I've tried doing it, but
Stacy Jane peeled off her panties. She hadn't changed for 7 days.
I have tried.
Oh,
so
really?
hard, but
hey, man, there's got to be something out there for everyone. But if tweakers are going to read it, it's got to be like 3 pages.
The problem is I have too much pride in my work to debase myself.
Listen, man, there's one thing I've learned about being in this industry. Well, this being like crypto and whatever is the dumber you make yourself. Like the dumber you think, like the easier it is. Overthinking is the neuter's success.
I know what you're doing, and I could probably make myself do it if I really, really tried. But
I'm just fucking around.
I just like what I write too much to like.
Of course you do
that.
And so you should, man.
But it's just a matter. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's just a matter of like I'm either trying to sell it or just say, you know what, commerce is bad. I'm just gonna write for myself. I'm kind of leaning that way right now, but on the other hand, I'm really, really, really tired of being a web designer. So,
I'm kind of still interested in that helicopter porn book that we read that one day.
Has anyone actually read that?
No, but I did do so. I looked up the author on Wikipedia or whatever, and I don't know. It's pretty interesting.
No, this
CMK.
Yeah, CMK.
Later, MK. Yeah, we're just chilling.
No, it's just that it's like I said. When you dive into like the darker corners of Amazon.com, you find all kinds of really weird shit. I mean, it's like you just know. I'm reading. You're reading, thinking, you know what? I'm betting this guy wrote the shit on a dare, or he was like whacked out of his door.
No, he's got a lot. He's got a lot of books, and the thing was that it was like that. Nobody knows who he is really. But the idea is that it's him working through his own weirdness. Like he is attracted to inanimate objects, so he writes books about it.
Well, every genre's got to have their Frank Zappa. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's kind of like in Beetlejuice when she's like something about the strange and unusual. She's like, "I am the strange and unusual."
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm just waiting for the moment where, where we can program AI to, write the book that we write the book that we want to read, and it'll happen. Like your own bespoke stories. I'm actually experimenting with AI writing novels right now, and it's surprisingly easy. Of course, the problem is that what comes out is still pretty terrible, and it's going to require a lot of editing. But yeah, like a 50,000 page novel, you can crank that out literally in 2 days' time. Of course, then you have to edit it, but we could try. I can see ways we can do it to like create content.
Some of my favorite AI. I liked AI when it was broken and weird, and you'd have like the really early examples of where they would like have it try to write scripts, and it would be so just off the wall, like totally hallucinated weird. And then of course the early attempts to like for video render and stuff like that. It was so avant-garde because of its just like randomness.
Well, the thing is that
fucking loved it.
That stage can never last though, because the people who are running AI, they want to make money off it, which means they got to make it as effective as possible, as fast as possible.
Well, sure. And
it's getting better now, but I've actually the AI I use, they've improved it a lot in the last few months. I've actually like cranked out a 40,000 word novel on it just for fun. I'm never going to publish it, but and it's terrible, but it's not beyond saving. I could see ways to fix it if I was willing to sit down and buckle down and actually rewrite it. If I was like to spend a month or two just basically doing a line by line rewrite, the bones are there, but I've just got too much on my plate right now to do it. But Todd, I think this could be useful for us, later on down the road.
Awesome.
Once we start actually putting shit out.
Yep, I'm cool with that. Getting there. We're getting there, man. I'm working my ass off every day for it.
And the best part is, it's really good at writing really, really bad sex scenes.
See, that's the best part. We got to have. Maybe we'll do our own like hyper Brooklyn raunchy.
Dude, I think that'd be awesome, man. In universe, like
yeah.
Leprechauns and blobs going at it.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
What we should do is, once this thing gets big, we start writing our own fanfic of our own stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Adult fantasy romance novels.
And we like, and then we target it specifically towards lonely middle-aged housewives. And before you know it, boom, we got the next 50 Shades of Grey.
There's a lot of smut readers, man. That's who buys all that weird centaur porn shit, man. They just get bored.
We used to have a card game that we used to play where one person would name out a character, the other person would name out an artist that would be the greatest artist to draw that character or the best artist to draw it. And the game ended when the only artist left was Rob Liefeld. I think the stream ends when Zach starts talking about transgender porn. It's coming. He's almost there.
No.
Give him another minute, and he'll do it.
I will. I'm just. I'll sum it up like this. I got the last thing. I got the last word for this, and this is a good positive thing. MK left, so it's just us. But and this. Unfortunately, this is straight to Doc because you guys are not going to care. Did you hear what came out of the crypto summit today about what U.S. banks can now do?
Yeah, they can hold crypto or whatever now.
They can be validators on public networks. They can custody crypto for customers, and they can hold stablecoin.
Okay. So it's like holding it was never enough for them because it didn't do anything. But if they can validate, that means they can earn yield on it, which will then make them want to stake more and hold more.
Yeah,
so they're gonna figure out how to hold shit like a savings account and still give you a piddly poopy amount, just like your standard savings account.
Yes.
While they max out gains on being validators.
Normies will have crypto, and that's
good.
Like, that's a straight up $1 trillion announcement, dude.
No, that's actually really good.
That's billions and billions of dollars. Like, that's incredible. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of shit that needs to be worked out, 100%, but still, like, we're getting there.
Yep. We're getting there, man. I got to get
Pretty
paid
cool.
again and start buying that fucking shit because I'm in this other. Let's see, P2E, 2E. There was another one. My buddy's a real big Bitcoin maxi. Michael Saylor said the U.S. Bitcoin Reserve has the potential to generate 16 to 81 trillion in wealth by 2045. So, like a lot of, he's, my buddy he's an OG Bitcoiner, but he's like firm on the bearish case is 1 million per Bitcoin.
What
It's
did you
gonna
say?
happen
1 million per Bitcoin?
1 million per Bitcoin. It's going to happen sooner than you
Yeah.
think, man. I mean, there's several states, Missouri included, except they shot it down, who have already put legislation through to start a state Bitcoin treasury.
I know.
And all it's going to take is 1 to pass, 2 to pass, and 3 to pass, and then it's nation plus the states. Oh, we better get on this shit too, and that shit's going to start getting scarce, man.
I know.
Scarce.
Don't do that to me, dude. I'm already freaking out about it.
I know, man. I just want to get to the point where I can at least be a half coiner, if not a whole coiner. If I can get to a whole coiner, dude, I'm going to be super happy.
Yep. Yeah.
And I got to get there, man. This is like the last year.
This is kind of the last year for it, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, like 1 million BTC is like $85 billion. And I mean, it sounds like a lot, but if you're scooping up, I mean, like that would not, it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. A couple companies can scoop up $500,000 each, like let's say you split that between 4 big companies, man. They split a billion or a million Bitcoin.
And they'll never sell it. That's the challenge.
They'll never fucking sell it. It's never coming out of their coffers. And now there's only 20 million minus the, I don't know how many are estimated to be lost or, lost passwords, lost wallets. I'm not sure how many. It's like a significant amount. Like how much BTC is estimated to be lost. They're saying, this is saying anywhere from 2.5 to 4 million. So now you've already reduced the 21 million down to, like 17 or 16, maybe tops. Plus, I don't know how much Sailor's got. So, you're talking like only 15 million Bitcoin, maybe, plus BlackRock, plus whatever. So how much is that? I mean, dude, there's only fuck, man, who knows? Could be close to only 10 million Bitcoin actually in circulation. That's not been like clawed up by these motherfuckers.
I know.
It's not that much.
No, I know. I mean, I know,
I'm in the same boat, dude. I can't afford the shit and I need to fast.
Yeah.
Like if I could only put together 40 grand right now and get half a Bitcoin, because it's like sitting like 84.
Yeah.
I would be happy, and I would totally do it in a heartbeat. I would sell my children and buy him back after it gets to another like 100 grand.
I know. I've missed a couple. Hindsight is 2020. I've missed a couple of flip opportunities. If I had just done this and done that, I could have had like 10 Bitcoin and been happy. At the lows,
begged, because I've been into Bitcoin, never bought it though since it came out, and we got married. We came back to the US and we had, a little bit of money as a gift, right? Okay. Spent a lot of it doing this, that, the other. And we had, I don't know, like 15, 20 grand left. And Bitcoin was nearing $1,000, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, babe, please fucking trust me. Please trust me. Put as much as you can down. She's like, I'm not doing it. I don't know about it. It's too weird. This is our money. I'm just like, please fucking do it. And every day, it'd be like,
dude.
It's 1,200. It's 1,500. It can't blame her. She didn't know anything about it.
I know.
And it was kind of on the tail end of some bad shit that happened to us when we got here because of my former friends stealing a bunch of shit from us. It was really, really bad. So tensions were bad. But I mean, I was like, every day I was like, it's getting 1,200, 1,500. Like, don't this care comes 2,000. Like, come on, baby, we got to do it. We never did it. We could have bought should have like fucking, whatever.
Yeah.
30, 40 Bitcoin. Would we have held it? I mean, that long? Who knows? I mean, would we have sold it at 75? Whatever. But yeah, one of those things.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
I mean, we're gonna be
I
hard.
talked to somebody the other day that didn't know, still doesn't know anything about crypto, but he was in college and bought Bitcoin, ended up buying like 50 Bitcoin, and then just like sold, like ended up paying off his student loans and has like 1 or 2 left or something. But,
Oh yeah.
like he sold it. Like, all right. Now it's like,
Hey man, you're not living a life of fucking extra debt from those student loans, though.
That's
I
right. Though.
guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Could have waited another couple of years, but
Sure.
anyway,
That's the hard part.
I know. We'll catch up though. I love you guys. Happy Friday.
Love you guys too.
All right.
All right, guys.
Have a good weekend.
I'll be
Bye.
here next. I'll be here next week, and then
Okay.
after that, yeah,
Okay. Awesome, bud.
yeah. Wait, when can you? I'll just catch up with you next week.
Yeah,
Chit
I'm
chat.
around. I'm
But,
here.
but like story protocol, man.
yeah,
I
yeah.
talked
they're
to
on
the
my list.
CMO.
I was already about to reach out to him. So
I
You
got.
know you're still live, right?
Oh,
I know we're live.
well, shut it
I've
off.
been trying to get off.
Shut it off. I'll tell you.
That's
real
what
fast.
she said.
All right, bye. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody.